when you're planning on stocking up to go cruising, how much of whatever it is do you actually need to bring with you? Hi, I'm Nico Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley Podcast. Today I'm answering that question about specialty ingredients, the things that you need to be able to make that extra special dinner that you like every now and then. One of the things that I love is teaching people all about food and how to provision effectively and safely for your life on the water. To that end, I've created a course called The Self-Sufficient Galley, a practical guide to food confidence that will help whether you're getting ready to go off cruising or you're just trying to navigate life during this pandemic that we seem to be living in right now. Hopefully not forever, but some of the tips and tricks can be absolutely applied to your home kitchen and particularly, obviously, to your ocean-going one. I had an epiphany the other day. I was making Thai curry, believe it or not, which is something that we enjoy usually about once a month. I've been trying to find the right kind of curry paste for a really long time and have gotten a little bit stymied and maybe not pleased with the ubiquitous little Thai kitchen curry paste things that you buy at the grocery store. Yes, I could learn how to make my own Thai curry paste, but the wide variety of ingredients that are needed to put in there and specialty things that are a little bit hard to find in the small towns that I seem to be living in now mean that it's a little bit more practical to take a ready-made paste with me on board. Actually, it's a lot more practical for me to have that ready-made curry paste in my pantry. So there you go. If you've got a really good recipe for your own homemade curry paste, let me know about it. I'd love to try and be proven wrong. But the Thai kitchen curry pastes don't tend to have a ton of flavor. The red ones we've had a little bit more luck with, and you open up a jar and you use a tablespoon or two, maybe about half the jar in it, and then you use the rest later. Well, what we've found is that the flavor of those Thai curry pastes goes off almost immediately. It's almost like you open the jar and the flavor escapes like little genies going out of a jar somehow. And I posted something about it after one particularly nondescript meal that we had. And I posted something about Thai curry paste and did anybody have recommendations? And I got flooded with the same couple of brands over and over again, Mae Ploy and Maesri, which are Thai brands. And I'd never heard of them. I went looking around on Amazon and I found them. And I had a hard time buying the first batch of Thai curry paste on Amazon. Mostly because I thought buying food that I'm not familiar with, and I'm not going to buy an $8 can when I can buy 6 of them for $12 or something like that. I don't have the prices right in front of me. But my frugality led me to just say, fine, I'm going to try it. My friends, people I trust with their taste and their ability to deal with food. And I bought a 6-pack of the Maesri curry paste. I bought the red, green, and the yellow, 2 cans of each. And popped one open. One of the things that I really like about it is that there's no leftovers. One can makes a dinner, and for us it's a dinner for 4. So the 2 of us will eat it one night, and then we'll have leftovers for lunch the next day, or leftovers for dinner the next night. It's perfect if we have people over, because generally we're going to have just 2 people over. So we'll make a full batch. I'm not going to try to put half a can of paste somewhere. So I use 1 can of the curry paste to 1 or 2 cans of coconut milk. It depends on the whether it's red, green, or yellow as to whether you're using 1 or 2 cans of coconut milk. And the first time we tried this, we could not stop eating this curry paste. It was not the curry paste, but the curry that the curry paste made was spectacular. It was amazing. We kept going back and digging a spoon in there and taking a little bit more even after we were full, kind of the way you do it when you can't stop yourself from eating. And I realized that I needed to stock up on this stuff to take with me cruising. And I needed to stock up on it to have in my home kitchen. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to go in and I can put 4 of these 6-packs at a time. And that will give me 24 curry things. I could buy 6. Oh, maybe I should buy 8 or 10. How many? I could put them all in this one container. And then I stopped for a minute. And the questions that I asked myself, I thought might be instructive for you as you're thinking about how much you need to take with you when you leave to go cruising, or how much you need to buy when you are stocking up during this pandemic. Things that I thought about. 1, we tend to eat Thai curry about once a month. In the summertime, perhaps it's a little less frequently. In the wintertime, it's a little bit more, but it averages out to about once a month. We'll be in the United States for close to another year at this point, at least. It's November when I'm recording this. We're likely to be cruising Maine next summer. We're not leaving the U.S. If the pandemic allows, we'll leave the U.S. at the end of hurricane season next year. But if not, we're going to be cruising the U.S. for longer than a year. We can get Amazon shipments, lots of places. If I go to a grocery store when we're out cruising and I find the paste, I can buy it, but I can always find it on Amazon, and I can get Amazon shipments in the United States. And once we leave the U.S., the plan is to come back to the United States every year or two anyway. Whether we're flying back or kids are coming down to visit us, we will have a regular resupply possibility. So hold on a second. The 6 cans that I have, because I have actually ordered another batch since we tried them because we've eaten the other ones. Those 6 cans that I've got, they're enough to get us through the next 6 months. And I've got lots of time to order another batch right before we take off. So when you're thinking about provisioning and the overwhelming question of how much should I really buy, stop and breathe for a minute. Ask yourself honestly how often you eat a given something, and this is way easier to do with a specialty ingredient like Thai curry paste. A little harder to do with things like canned tomatoes or black beans, at least for us. But think about how often you eat something, how long you have to go between shopping stops, and that shopping stop could be Amazon. I find that it really helps to think in specific time frames, like how many times a month or a week do you use a given ingredient? If you have Taco Tuesday every Tuesdays, you're going to need more taco seasoning than if you eat tacos once every 3 months. Specialty ingredients like Thai curry paste are often a little harder to find at smaller grocery shops. It depends. Sometimes you can find an ethnic store or there's a high population of the certain kind of food in the area where you happen to be, and then you may find just the best selection of everything. But they also might not be the top of your head every single time you go to the grocery store. They are also my favorite kind of ingredient, specialty ingredient, because they can absolutely spice up dinner when you're tired of the same everything else. It's the sort of thing when you look in a locker and you say, oh, we haven't had that in a while, let's pull it out, and your taste buds can be rejuvenated. When I'm thinking about a dinner like Thai curry, I also then can think about the things that I need to go with it. So I need to know how many cans of coconut milk or how much powdered coconut milk I want to take with me. I like bamboo shoots in my Thai curry. And if I know that we're having Thai curry about once a month, I can make sure that I have a can of bamboo shoots to go with every can of Thai curry paste. It can be super overwhelming thinking about the amount of food you want to take with you. Let some of these questions, particularly around specialty ingredients and certain dinners that you like to eat, help guide you and ground you in some reality about how much you actually need to take with you or not. Don't worry. Shopping can happen lots of different places. And as you go cruising and traveling around, you're going to discover foods you never even knew existed and never knew how much you were going to like. Meanwhile, though, it's kind of fun to have a familiar thing like Thai curry paste for us in that locker, just for the times when you want it. Thanks so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We hope these tips and tricks help you. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and don't forget to tell your friends about it. We'll see you next time.